Hey guys, welcome back to Texas Mommy. So today, as you can tell from the title, oh Lord, it is just one of those where I decided, you know what, I'm going to come on here and I'm just going to chit chat with you guys and pretty much just give y'all like my mom confessional on what I have been doing. I have been a mom for 15 years now. Well, I say 15 because my oldest will be 15 this year, which is crazy to me. And then of course I have my 11-year-old and it has been super crazy, guys. So to start it off, I'll just pretty much going to go into what kind of what happened this week with both of them. So as many people know that are my friends know that my youngest daughter gives me the biggest problems when it comes to going to school in general. Being on time to school is just like pretty much no. She's one of the grouchiest people you're ever going to meet in the mornings. You know, she's even at the point that she's already told me, you can't judge me off of how I act in the morning because I don't remember it. That's not a reason. And I've told her this. I'm like, what? How are you going to say that you're not responsible for your own actions in the morning? You're still responsible regardless if it's in the morning or in the afternoon. But according to Miss Preppy Child over here, nope, that's not. That is a perfectly good reason. So to get into my mom confessional on here, what I did is I have one of my old bosses works at my daughter's school and she's the attendance clerk. And so I just had it one morning. Let's just say the school, she's supposed to be there by 7:40 the latest to be on time, right? She didn't get there till 8:30 that day. 8:30, almost like pretty much a whole hour late, pretty much. She got there at 8:30, was giving me tooth and nail, was giving me a hard time, attitude, everything just, I mean, completely I was so stressed out that day with dealing with her. And I was even trying my best, guys, to be patient. I'm sorry, this glare on me is like driving me crazy. I was trying my best to be patient with her and to not yell at her, I was praying, please God help me so that I'm patient with my child. I don't yell at her, help me be a better mom. And oh my gosh, guys, I was ready to pull my hair out of my head, seriously, because finally I told her before we got out of the car, I was like, you know what? Hey, the school called me and they told me that if you're tardy one more day, they're not going to let you go to 6th grade. I know, I lied. But it scared her. Like, it seriously scared her where she was in my car. She was crying and, sitting there literally crying, tears crying, guys, that, oh my God, they're not going to let me go to 6th grade. They're not going to let me go up. So when I went and signed her in, right? And I waited till she walked back there. And then I talked to my old boss and I was like, hey, this is what I told her. So can maybe you meet with her and let her know, oh, we talked about it, and we decided that as long as you're not tardy again, then you can get approved, to the next grade level as long as you pass your STAR testing. So I hadn't told her dad. I barely told him, I think yesterday, what happened and what's going on with her. And he was like, okay, well, that's fine that you told her that, but I don't know. In a way, I kind of feel guilty, guys. But in the same sense, I'm like, anyone that actually knows her knows that, it was one of those, a mom got to do it, a mom got to do, guys. I mean, seriously, sometimes you just, and I'm not saying lying is great. I'm not saying you should lie. But in this instance, I really, truly just felt that, you know what, I got to do what I got to do and to get this girl to show up to school on time. I mean, come on, she gets out on like May 24th. She can't just show up on time for what, about a month, less than a month, and just be on time every day? Like, that shouldn't be asking too much from her, So there's that. And then there's my other one, who's a teenager with the full teenager attitude. And I always question myself. I'm like, whenever she does something that I'm just like, what? Like, what? How does your brain not... Like, just let me give you this example, guys. I asked her this morning, hey, can you clean up around the desk? Well, usually when you say, can you clean up around something, that means on it, around it, the floor, the area in general. And she looks at me and goes, I don't see what you need me to clean up. And I'm like, patience for this child. I was like, child, there's water bottles on the floor and there's papers on the floor. Can you please pick them up and, throw them away, see where they are, put them away? And her response is, well, I didn't put them there. I didn't do that. I'm aware that you didn't do that, but guess what? I asked you to pick it up. I asked you to clean it up. That did not require an attitude. That did not require you to say anything at all. All you had to do is go do what I said. And even the other day, like whenever, oh my God, what was it? She couldn't find, I think it was one of those, every single day, anybody else that's a mom knows this. Your kid can't find something that you know is there. You know exactly where it is. And you tell them to go get it. And they're like, oh, I don't see it. I don't know what you're talking about, Mom. I can't find it. And guess what? Mom goes over there and it's exactly where you said it would be. And their response is always, oh, well, I don't know. It wasn't there when I looked. It wasn't there. I don't know. It wasn't there. That happens all the time with my oldest. But even like when it comes to her school, like my oldest is homeschooled. Okay, so she's on a program that's on the computer, on the internet, and she does that every day. She'll be graduating like next year. Instead of 4 years, she'll be graduating like in a year and a half, 2 years, which is pretty good. We like that. But there was other reasons that went into her, going into homeschool. But, she had to take her test. And I asked her, I was like, is there a reason why you managed to not get a good score on, fitness when it comes to what you eat? Oh, well, I guess I didn't really feel like doing it. I'm like, then why did you take the test? If you didn't feel like doing it, why didn't you wait? Do something else, or just put it off till tomorrow. You have that option. With homeschooling, you can do that. Well, I didn't like it just sitting there staring at me, so I just decided I was going to take the test, but I wasn't going to actually pay attention to the test. I'm like, really? Are you serious? And these are times that I'll sit there and I'll question. I'm like, you know what? I think about things that I did, and I'm like, man, is this how my mom felt? Is this how my mom felt whenever I was growing up? When, things that I did. I mean, you know how it is out there, moms. You know how it is when your kids do something dumb, your kids do something that's unreasonable, and you're like, oh my gosh, I'm about to lose my mind. I'm going to pull my hair out of my head. I'm done. I am so done. And then you'll sit there and think, man, I know all the crazy things I did when I was growing up. I know how many times I didn't listen to my mom, how many times I did whatever I wanted to do. Is this how my mom felt? Is this how my parents felt when it came to me? Because, oh my gosh, like, it's a miracle I'm alive still. I mean, I know I think about that. I think about it all the time whenever my kids are driving me crazy, because my oldest one is a lot like me. So she has a really bad attitude problem. And everything she said, everything I tell her, she claims I'm yelling. And I really don't intend to yell. I promise, guys, I don't. And I know sometimes I yell and I don't mean to. And then there's sometimes, I'm just loud naturally. And anyone that knows me knows this. I am naturally a loud person and my voice carries. So just because I'm saying, hey, go do this, doesn't mean I'm yelling. Especially if I say it exactly like I just said it right now, that does not mean I'm yelling, guys. I mean, come on now. But with her, it's, oh, mom's always yelling, mom's always mad, mom's always saying this and saying that, and mom's, so mean. I'm like, child, are you serious? Do you know how many times? And that too, guys. I mean, come on. When you, as a mom, when you said anything about how many times do you get your kids something, just to be nice? How many times do you go out of your way to do something for them, to be nice, to be happy? I mean, like that one commercial I see all the time where it's like, I think it's like on Facebook where it's all the different stages of being a parent, things you tell your kids. In that one area where wherever he goes, what was it? Every time I try to do something fun, you always take the fun out of it. That, I swear, is like being a mom right there all the time. Not all the time, but like a lot of times. You can try as hard as you want to be fun, to do things nice for your kids. But 10 to 1 says not all the time are they going to appreciate it. Not all the time are they going to see that you went out of your way for them. Because as kids, yeah, they don't see that until they grow up. And I'm not like trying to down my kids or say, you know, oh, they're horrible children or anything, because they're not. I mean, I know I'm blessed. I have really good kids. You know, I have overall really good behavior-wise children. It's just I'm mom, and they're going to test their boundaries with me, and they're going to do whatever it is that they're going to do, and I have to learn to, you know, deal with it in a proper way. Not yell at them as much as I do. But you know what? Even if I do, I'm imperfect. Just like all of y'all out there are imperfect. And I'm pretty sure y'all kids drive y'all crazy. And y'all probably sit there at the same time going, oh my gosh, what did I do in my life to have them come out the way they did? But in the end, you know, if you're dealing with something similar, or you're just your kids, I don't know, you know, however old your child is, you know, all different stages have different problems with them, but at the same time, they all have different blessings with them. You know, I love my children, yes, and I would do anything for my daughters, but there is times that I'm done. I'm done, and I want to just go like where I'm at right now in my office and just close the door like it is right now and just stay in here where it's like, I'm in here, I'm okay, nobody will come in here, I'm safe in here, no one can drive me crazy. Because I just shut the door and pretend there's not children out there yelling. There's not daughters out there fighting with each other. But just to let y'all know, guys, if you're going through whatever it is you're going through with your kids, just know you're doing the best job you can. And you know what? Not every day is going to be the greatest day. But as hard as it is, and I know I can even listen to this myself, and I don't always, try to look for the positive out of the day. Because there's always something to be thankful for. There's always something to, you know, remind yourself that it's not as bad as it may seem at that moment in time. And one thing that I learned too is just, you know, everything passes. Like, I miss when my kids were really small and, you know, they were babies and it was I love you mommies and drawing me pictures and giving me hugs and kisses and not, you know, actually wanting to be with me and hang out with me. I mean, like, come on, guys. My 15-year-old hangs out with me because she's too terrified that something's going to happen to me. She's too scared that I'm going to have a seizure when I'm out and about if I go by myself. I don't know what she plans on doing if I do. I mean, there ain't really what she can do. But, you know, that's the only reason why she wants to be with me all the time. It's not because she loves me the way she did when she was small. Not because she wants to be with me 24/7. No, she just does it because she's worried about my health. Which, yeah, is a good thing. And I'm glad that she is the way she is when it comes to that. But still, I miss those days. I mean, I'm pretty sure anyone out there else that is out there that has older children, y'all miss those days. You miss when your kids were really young and they completely needed you all the time. Even at that moment in time, it really then seemed like, you know what, I never get to do anything. I don't get to breathe. I don't get to sleep. Because it's all about my kid. But guess what? No matter how old your kid is, it's always going to be all about your kid. So I know this wasn't much, but I hope that you know, guys, you're not alone and you're not out there. Any other moms that are watching this, just know that, you know, I might try to make this a regular. If you would like me to, leave it down in the comments down below. And I hope y'all enjoyed my little bit of venting of what's going on lately. And anyways, I will talk to you soon, guys. Love you, and I will see y'all later.